Good morning and a very warm welcome. You're watching the Breakfast Rundown on TV1. I'm Therunee Karunaratne, and as always, we're coming to you live from our Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. This morning too, we have the details of all the top stories from here at home and around the world. You can stay tuned with us for the news in detail. Well, let's start off with news here at home this morning. A shooting incident reported on the Andana Road in Kahawatta has left one person dead and another injured. Police said the incident occurred last night, resulting in the death of a 22-year-old male. A 27-year-old man who sustained injuries in the shooting has been admitted to the Kahawatta hospital for further treatment. According to police, an unidentified group had arrived at the location and opened fire. Investigations into the incident are currently underway. Meanwhile, the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation has announced fuel price revisions effective from midnight yesterday. Accordingly, the price of a litre of Lanka auto diesel, which was previously 274 rupees, has increased by 15 rupees, bringing its new price to 289 rupees. The price of 1 litre of kerosene, which was 178 rupees, has increased by 7 rupees, bringing its new price to 185 rupees. The price of a litre of octane 92 petrol, which was 293 rupees, has now increased by 12 rupees, bringing its new price to 305 rupees. There will be no change in the prices of Lanka Super Diesel and octane 95 petrol. Let's move on to more local news for this morning. The National Transport Commission says that the previously scheduled bus fare revision will not take effect today, citing the recent increase in fuel prices as the reason for its delay. The Commission had earlier declared a 2.5% reduction in bus fares set to be implemented from today. However, in light of this new fuel price hike, the NTC stated that fare adjustments are now under review once again and that further decisions will be communicated in due course. Now, a community medical specialist at the National Dengue Control Unit, Dr. Prashila Samaravira, says that 1 in every 5 premises inspected shows conditions favorable for mosquito breeding. This revelation was made during special inspections carried out across the island in line with the National Mosquito Control Week, which commenced yesterday. The campaign will be in effect until the 5th of July and was launched in response to the recent increase in dengue and chikungunya cases, particularly following heavy rains over the past few months. A total of 1,100 teams have been deployed to conduct programs across 16 districts, covering a wide range of high-risk areas as well. According to health authorities, 28,752 dengue cases have been reported across the island so far this year. And the highest number of cases has been recorded in the western province of Sri Lanka. During the same period, 16 dengue-related deaths have also been reported. Today marks the National Language Day in Sri Lanka. The Ministry of Justice and National Integration announced that in line with the National Language Day, a special language week has also been declared from today until the 5th of July. To commemorate this occasion, a series of programs has been organized with a special focus on the Baunia district, highlighting the importance of linguistic harmony and inclusion. Let's move on to more local news now. A concessional loan scheme to support the purchase of paddy during the current Yalla season has been launched, targeting small and medium-scale rice mill owners and cooperative societies. According to a statement issued by the Department of Development Finance, which comes under the Ministry of Finance, a scheme will be in effect from today until the 15th of November. This loan scheme is specifically aimed at small and medium-scale rice mill owners and cooperative societies whose maximum daily paddy processing capacity does not exceed 25 metric tons. To qualify, applicants must possess a valid business registration certificate issued by a relevant government authority, along with a valid license issued by the Paddy Marketing Board of Sri Lanka. And under this initiative, eligible parties will be able to obtain loans of up to 50 million rupees at an annual interest rate of 7%. The loan must be repaid within 180 days. With that, let's move on to the weather forecast for this morning. The Met Department says that a few showers will occur in the western, Sabaragamuwa and northwestern provinces and in the Nuwara Eliya, Kandy, Galle and Mathura districts. Fairly strong winds of about 30 to 40 kilometers per hour can be expected at times over the western slopes of the central hills and in the northern, north central and northwestern provinces and in the Trincomalee and Hambantota districts. A few showers may occur in the sea areas of the coast extending from Putlam to Mathura via Colombo and Galle. The sea areas of the coast extending from Chilau to Kankasanture via Mana from Mathura to Potuvil via Hambantota will be rough at certain times. The sea areas of the coast extending from Chilau to Mathura via Colombo and Galle and from Kankasanture to Trincomalee via Mulathu will be fairly rough at times. On to news overseas now. The foreign ministers of the Group of Seven or G7 nations have expressed support for the recently announced ceasefire between Israel and Iran and have called for the resumption of diplomatic negotiations to revive a deal on Iran's nuclear program. The statement was issued on Monday, days after former US President announced a ceasefire agreement between Israel and Iran, effectively halting a conflict that began on the 13th of June when Israel launched an attack on Iranian targets. The escalation between the two long-standing rivals raised serious concerns in the region, already destabilized by the ongoing war in Gaza, which began in October 2023. In the days leading up to the ceasefire, tensions peaked when the United States struck Iranian nuclear sites, prompting Iran to retaliate by targeting a US base located in Qatar. The G7 ministers urged all parties involved to avoid actions that could further destabilize the region, emphasizing the need for a diplomatic resolution. Now, since April, Washington and Tehran have engaged in talks aimed at finding a peaceful solution to concerns surrounding Iran's nuclear ambitions. While Iran maintains that its nuclear program is intended solely for peaceful purposes, Israel and its allies have voiced fears that Iran may be working toward developing nuclear weapons. US Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff described the ongoing talks with Tehran as promising, adding that Washington remains hopeful about securing a long-term peace agreement. Now, Israel, widely believed to be the only Middle Eastern country possessing nuclear weapons, has justified its military campaign against Iran as an effort to prevent Tehran from acquiring similar capabilities. Iran is a signatory to the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, or NPT, which promotes peaceful nuclear development and prohibits the development of nuclear weapons. Israel, however, is not a party engaged in this treaty. The United Nations nuclear watchdog, the International Atomic Energy Agency, or IAEA, has stated that it currently has no credible indication of an active and coordinated nuclear weapon program in Iran. Let's move on to more international news now. A US official said that United States President Donald Trump plans to host Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at the White House on the 7th of July as the US president pressed for a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas in Gaza and the return of the remaining hostages. Trump spokeswoman Caroline Leavitt told reporters at a press briefing on Monday that Ron Dermer, a top advisor to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, is in Washington this week to meet with officials at the White House. An Israeli official in Washington also confirmed the meeting next Monday. The two leaders are expected to discuss Iran, Gaza, Syria and other regional challenges as well. Now, Israel ramped up its attacks on northern Gaza on Monday, a day after Donald Trump urged an end to the 20-month-old war, posting on social media saying, and I quote, "Make the deal in Gaza, get the hostages back," unquote. Israeli strikes killed at least 60 people across Gaza on Monday in some of the heaviest attacks in weeks. Let's now take a look at sports news. The Sri Lanka A cricket team has left the country for a tour of Australia. The tour includes 3 one-day matches and 2 four-day matches, providing a valuable opportunity for emerging players to gain international exposure. Prior to their departure, the team participated in religious observances held at the Sri Lanka cricket headquarters. The one-day squad, led by Lahiru Udara, includes players such as Kamil Mishara, Lasith Kruspulle, Pramod Madhushan and Dushan Hemantha. Meanwhile, the four-day squad features 16 players including Nuanindu Fernando, Pavan Ratnayaka, Sohan de Oliveira and Sonal Dinusha. The one-day series is scheduled to begin on the 4th of July in Darwin, while the four-day series will commence on the 20th of July. And that's a wrap of this morning's edition of the Breakfast Rundown on TV1. I'm Therunee Karunaratne. Thank you for joining us this morning, and do join us tomorrow as well for more of the very latest from here at home and around the world. Take care. Have a wonderful day ahead.